Hi all. Today we are going to see IELTS speaking. First, let me give you the introduction or the format about IELTS speaking, and after that I'll give you some tips and tricks in which you can easily clinch IELTS speaking, nothing less than 77.5 very easily. First, let's look the introduction about IELTS speaking. IELTS speaking, as I told in my introduction video, the speaking exam happens on a complete different day, whereas the listening, reading and writing happens on a complete different day. The complete timing for this exam is 11 to 14 minutes and the banding is going to be the same as the other modules, 0 to 9 banding. There are 3 tasks. The first task is called an about me stuff. Why exactly is about me? In the first task, you'll be asked nothing less than 6 to 8 questions. All the 6 to 8 questions will be exactly focused about you. Most of the questions or all the questions will be exactly asked about you. For example, can you please tell about your hometown? Can you please tell about your home? What exactly you do? Are you a student? Are you a working professional? Can you please tell about your family? So basically, it's going to be about me. Probably 6 to 8 questions. The timing for this task 1 is going to be 4 to 5 minutes. And the way you're supposed to answer this question is, see, basically you have to understand one thing. There is no fixed rule or there is no rule book stating this is how you're supposed to answer. There is no rule book at all. But there are recommendations. There are suggestions from British Council and the University of Cambridge stating the same thing which I'm going to tell you here. When it is going to be about me, you have to understand one thing. The 0 to 9 banding part, which is exactly divided in 3 sections. Out of the 3 sections, the major amount of or the chunk amount of marks goes for this cue card round and the two-way discussion. So what I'm trying to say is, so the about me stuff doesn't carry, technically speaking, doesn't carry much amount of marks. But practically speaking, as we know, first impression is always the best impression. When she's going to talk to you, she's going to exactly start with the about me part. So what I'm trying to say to you is, consider this about me, which is going to be as equivalent to the second round and the third round. So how exactly are we supposed to answer these questions? As I know, it's going to be all about me. The ideal way or the best way to answer the task 1 questions will be making use of the WH question pattern. We all know what exactly is WH question pattern. If you don't know, this is how it works. What, when, where, why, who, or whom, plus how. Just make use of this WH questions. We call this, technically speaking, 5 W's and 1 H. So when you're answering the question, just make use of this. For example, if the examiner is asking a question like, Mr. Selvaraj, can you please know about your hometown? So what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to talk about my hometown. For example, if I say, I'm basically from Chennai. Yeah, that's the correct answer. That's a precise answer. But that is not exactly expected from her. If you answer in that way, it will be considered as a kind of a one-word answer wherein you will not be given the highest amount of mark or probably no marks at all. So what are you supposed to do? Just make use of the WH questions. At the same time, you don't have to speak to the maximum in your task 1. This is just a kind of an introduction between yourself and her. It's a kind of a rapport building stuff between yourself and the examiner. So the ideal way is, you can exactly speak for 3 to 5 sentences. Let's go back to the question. Hometown. My hometown is basically Chennai. How can I make use of this WH question and how can I form this 3 to 5 sentences? What are the WH questions which will exactly give me the 3 to 5 sentences? What is the name of my hometown? When exactly it is? And what is that famous for? Just 3. This is more than enough. And that too on a precise note. Basically, I am from a place called Chennai, which is in the southern part of India. See, now you have covered what is the name of the hometown, and where exactly it is. And now, what it is famous for. Chennai is famous for a lot of things, especially the world's largest beach, the world's second largest beach. Yeah, now you're talking about what is the speciality. So you can in place. You can talk about the food, you can talk about the culture, you can talk about the long history of the Tamil history, you can talk about a lot of things. But make sure you give just 3 to 5 sentences, because you have to understand you are supposed to answer nothing less than 6 to 8 questions in a span of 4 to 5 minutes. Hope it is understood. Let's go for the second question. Yeah, let's go for the cue card round. What exactly is cue card round, and how am I supposed to answer this cue card round? What is a cue card? As you know, cue card, it's a cue. It's a kind of a hint which is exactly given. If you look at your cue card question, you have been given with a theme, and to the theme, they have asked you a couple of questions. Almost 3 to 4 questions will be there. Those are called the cues. The cues which exactly, it's a kind of hint which is going to help you out, or where you can exactly make use of the hint to speak for how long you're supposed to speak for in your task 2. You're supposed to speak for nothing less than 1 to 2 minutes of time in your task 2. And what am I supposed to make use of, and how exactly am I going to elongate and speak for that 1 to 2 minutes of time? It's very simple. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to elongate my WH questions, wherein in my task 1, I'm supposed to make use of 3 to 5 sentences. In my task 2, I'm supposed to elongate the process. For example, look at that. Cue card question, this happens for 3 to 4 minutes, technically speaking. Basically, she will give you a topic, and she'll give you 1 minute of time for you to think about the topic. She will give you a paper, he or she will give you a paper and a pencil. So in that 1 minute of time, you're supposed to think about the topic. And how exactly can I think about the topic? That is where the WH question comes into part. Let's talk about that later. Now, so that 1 minute part, I'm supposed to think. Then I'm supposed to speak for 1 to 2 minutes of time. I'm supposed to speak for 1 to 2 minutes of time. She will exactly tell you, now you're supposed to speak for 1 to 2 minutes of time. Why exactly is it 1 to 2 minutes of time? See, basically she has already told me 1 to 2 minutes. Can I stop myself within that 1 minute of time? No. The minimum you speak, the minimum banding you're going to get. The maximum you speak, the maximum bands you're going to get. Very simple. So, technically speaking, you're supposed to speak nothing less than 1 minute 45 seconds to 2 minutes at least to get the highest banding in your task 2. Hope it is understood. Let's take an example and we work on the example. For example, if she's giving a topic, something like, can you please tell about your friend? Can you please tell about your friend? Basically, let's work on the easiest topic first, and in the coming videos or in the future videos, I'm going to talk about some complicated questions. That is nothing like complicated questions. All the questions can be any kind of question, let it be easy question or let it be complicated questions. If we have the strategy on a very proper note, on a precise note, the WH questions, by default, you can exactly get nothing less than 7 to 7.5. Let's take an example. For example, she has given me a topic like, can you please tell about your friend? About your friend. About your friend. See, now I have 1 minute of time. What am I supposed to do? In that 1 minute of time, I have the paper, I have the pencil with me. So what exactly I can do is, I can exactly take hints. Apart from the hints which is exactly there in the question part, I have to create my own hints. I have to add my own hints. That will exactly make me to elongate the speech for nothing less than 1 minute and 45 seconds. For example, the keyword over here is friend. About my friend. So what am I supposed to do? Again, the WH questions. What exactly I'm going to do is, I exactly follow a method called tree trunk method. This method is called tree trunk method. This is working for me for the past 13 years, And I'm pretty much sure this is going to work for you also. This is K, this is P. Why exactly? This is for keyword and this is for vocabulary. Why exactly the vocabulary is coming into this part? I have to exactly give you the marking criteria, which is going to be the next video. That is going to be a much more elongated video about the marking criteria. So the marking criteria for the vocabulary part, the vocabulary carries 25%. So I'm supposed to make use of the vocabulary part. Let's talk about this later anyway. Now, keywords. What kind of keywords am I supposed to make use of? The way I'm going to make use of the keywords is going to be in a proper order, and a precise order, and a proper sequential order, wherein my speech will be on a very proper order. The way I design the keyword, the way I'm going to speak. Are you getting it? The way I'm going to design or write the keyword, that is how I'm going to exactly speak. For example, this is all about a friend. Yeah? So, what's the name of the friend? What's my friend's name? Yeah? When was the first time I met this person? Where exactly I met this person? Yeah? And why exactly is he my best friend? Look at that. About your friend. Yeah? Now, if you look at this thing, each and everything has its own value. And each and everything has its own reason. Look at that. What is the name? When? It's from how long you guys are being friends. Or when was the first time you met him? Probably first time. And where exactly the location? Is it in your school? Is it in your college? Is he or she your neighbor? Yeah, it's a location part. Why exactly is the reason? Why exactly this person is your bestie? And probably you can talk about his qualities. What kind of person is he? So you can keep on elongating this thing. So when you're speaking about the person, you have to talk about why. Because he's your best friend, isn't it? You'll be exactly talking about most of the positives, what exactly he possesses in him, isn't it? Or her, herself, isn't it? So when I'm speaking about him or her, I'm supposed to make use of vocabulary. It's not only to beautify my speech, it's a mandate part which I'm supposed to make use of the vocabulary part, which is going to give me 25% of marks from the marking criteria. Yeah? So what kind of vocabulary can I make use of? First of all, let's talk about what is vocabulary. Vocabulary is nothing. Vocabulary, most of the people get dabbled and confused about what is a normal word and what is a vocabulary. Even all the words in English are vocabularies. Then what's the difference between this one and that one? For example, a good example. I saw a beautiful girl. Even this is English. But still, I saw a beautiful girl. I saw a what? A gorgeous girl. I saw a girl, she was looking so gorgeous. Gorgeous is also English. Beautiful is also English. So what is the difference between that? Beautiful is a day-to-day word which you're exactly making use of. It's used by each and every one. That's not a vocabulary. Gorgeous, we don't often make use of. You can exactly consider this way. Whatever words we are making use of on a daily basis, those are not vocabularies. The words which exactly gives you the hi-fi that kind of a meaning, by default, those are called vocabularies. Very simple. Yeah. So those kind of words I'm going to make use of. When you're making use of vocabularies, you're supposed to understand the specification of the keyword. What is the specification of the keyword? That means, subject related vocabulary. What exactly is the subject? A friend. A friend is a human. So what kind of vocabulary can I make use of? I can exactly say, he or she is such a sweet person. But sweet is a normal word. The word which is exactly made use of on an everyday basis. So the word which exactly alternates, which exactly goes to the alternate for sweet, that is going to be a vocabulary part. Probably you can make use of he or she, down to earth person. How exactly this sounds? Down to earth, look at that. Yeah, such a impeccable character. Impeccable. What do you mean by impeccable? I do have a complete separate video on this vocabulary part. You don't have to worry about that. Anyway, impeccable. The person doesn't make any mistake at all. Yeah. Or maybe a gorgeous person. Maybe a bubbly character. What do you mean by bubbly? What do you mean by bubbly? Or we can also talk about he or she is such a social butterfly. What do you mean by this? both are the same, bubbly and social butterfly. That means they are easy to mingle with people. They will easily mingle with anyone. Just in fraction of a second, they will start mingling with people. So, what I'm trying to say is, the vocabulary is going to be subject-related vocabulary. The subject is all about friend, so you're supposed to talk about the vocabulary which exactly goes for that particular keyword. Now, this is done. In 1 minute of time, you may ask me, a lot of people have asked me, hey Kanan, is it possible for me to exactly get all this stuff in that 1 minute of time? Of course, yes. It will definitely work. Initially, definitely not. Initially, it will not work out. Initially, nothing will work out, isn't it? Yeah. So when you practice again, take the question, work on the vocabulary, work on the keywords. By default, in the later part, by default, it is going to be much more easier for you. Now, you know what exactly you're supposed to speak. If you don't have the keywords or vocabulary part, I bet you it's going to be a bit hard for you. It's going to be very hard for you because you don't know what exactly put your focus on. Now, once this is done, you're going to start speaking. Then you're going to start speaking for nothing less than 1 minute 45 seconds. Initially, no one can speak for 1 minute 45 seconds. When you practice, hardly you'll be getting nothing less than 30 to 40 seconds. I really appreciate it. Yeah, just 30 to 40 seconds after 5 times or 6 times, the 30 to 40 seconds will get into 1 minute. After 10 to 15 times, the 1 minute will exactly get into 1 minute 45 seconds. Nothing less than that. Now, once this is done, let's get into the task 3 stuff. What exactly task 3? Most of my students have told me, hey Kanan, the last time when exactly I attended the interview, the exam, task 3, I was like a bit worried about the task 3 part. I'm just going to give you a glimpse about the task 3 part, and after that in my next video I'm going to give you a complete stretch about task 3, because task 3 carries a hefty amount of marks, at the same time needs loads of concentration and attention part. Let me give you the glimpse about task 3. What is task 3? Task 3 is a two-way discussion. It's a two-way discussion. What kind of questions will be asked, and what's the length of this task? This is going to be 4 to 5 minutes. Same like your task 1. It's going to be 4 to 5 minutes. And for how many questions will be asked? I'll be asked nothing less than 3 to 5 questions. 3 to 5 questions. So the task 3 questions are exactly directly with your task 2 questions. Whatever question is exactly asked in your task 2, these questions are going to be completely directly talking about that task 2 questions. Yeah. For example, we spoke about friend in our task 2 part. So the task 3 questions, the 3 to 5 questions are going to be completely about your task 2. Yeah, completely 100% about your task 2 part. So how exactly am I supposed to answer these questions? We will exactly have a complete different video about the task 3 part. What are the question format? We have almost like 5 question formats. And is there an answer format? Yes, we do have an answer format. So let's work on the question part, question format and the answer format in my next video. Hope you are getting it. And initially, people will not exactly get this kind of the speaking part, because you need a bit amount of practice. And when you practice, you should have a speech buddy with you. It's mandate. The reason why exactly I'm telling you the speech buddy is because, the speech buddy should be in a position to correct your mistakes. At the same time, your partner, or whenever you're speaking with your partner, you have to make sure your speech buddy, if he or she is making a mistake, you should be in a position to correct the mistakes. This is how it exactly works. Yeah. Any doubts? Any clarifications? You can exactly ping me. You can exactly get to my website www.IELTSConnect.com, or you can exactly get you to my videos. Yeah. Thank you. Have a nice day.